You have named names in the Epstein files in the past. Can we expect you to name more names in the coming weeks and months?
Todd Blanche is violating the law. There's still millions of files they haven't released. We know from talking to the victims' lawyers that their own 302 forms haven't been released. We know that files have been over-redacted. I have released at least 3 names of billionaires who are implicated in this. I don't think it's possible to get to convictions with Todd Blanche at the top and with the FBI director, Kash Patel, at the top, because they've effectively both perjured themselves by saying that there's nobody else in the files. Even Melania doesn't believe that. The First Lady knows that Jeffrey Epstein didn't act alone. And here's the great thing, Kristen. Whether I'm in Congress or not, the Epstein Files Transparency Act is a law, and it goes on for years. So if we can't get this Attorney General and this FBI director to do the right thing, the next ones who take those seats are obligated by law to release the files that these individuals are not releasing now.
Thomas Massie is not finished yet. Some people may say that he has been defeated. I refuse to say the whole defeated thing. He was defeated. The other guy won. No one even knows this other guy's name, but somehow he got more votes, right? I say that they literally bought this seat. I refuse to commentate on this, describe this campaign, this election, this primary as something being won or lost. No, they just bought it. They just bought it. These words have implications. Words have meaning. You can't say that they won it when they didn't earn shit. They just bought it, okay? Anyways, Thomas Massie is not done. And I don't just mean he's not done in the sense that he still has a few months left of his, more than a few months left, right? Only May. Got more than a few months left of his congressional career for this term. He's got, what, 6 months left, 7 months left, about, including the vacation, about 6 months. He also apparently may be running in 2028. Thomas Massie for Congress tweeted out, "I filed with the FEC, the Federal Elections Commission, for the 2028 House race. This allows me to raise funds to continue my political operation, supporting my position as a current office holder and as a potential candidate for federal office. I haven't made a final decision about which office to seek if I run." Huh. Oh, that's interesting. He said, "I haven't made a final decision about which office to seek if I run." Federal office, though. So we're only 2 options there if it's not the House. Well, it could be the House, could be Senate, or could be something even bigger. The big enchilada. Right? Who knows? After losing his primary, Thomas Massie already filed to run again in Kentucky's 4th. Well, that's not so. He might run for Senate. He might run for something even bigger. He might be a part of some big, great plan by who knows who to take back the seat of power in Washington, D.C. into the hands of the American people. Anyways, in his last 6 or so months in this term of his congressional seat, he's got a few plans. According to Thomas Massie, he's going to be staying busy. Take a listen to what he aims to do.
They used artificial intelligence to create...
Sorry, this video.
Congressman, we're almost out of time. Couple more here. I want to ask about the Epstein files. As you've noted, the speech and debate clause actually protects you from being prosecuted for whatever you say on the floor of the House. You have named names in the Epstein files in the past. Can we expect you to name more names in the coming weeks and months?
Yes, Todd Blanche is violating the law. There's still millions of files they haven't released. We know from talking to the victims' lawyers that their own 302 forms haven't been released. We know that files have been over-redacted. I have released at least 3 names of billionaires who are implicated in this. I don't think it's possible to get to convictions with Todd Blanche at the top and with the FBI director, Kash Patel, at the top.
We'll be right back with the video, but first, a major update from our sponsor, Saga Metals, trading as SAGMF in the United States and SAGA in Canada. Less than 48 hours ago, the company released news suggesting it may be sitting on one of the largest titanium vanadium systems on Earth. To put it in perspective, I'll show a comparison on screen to China's Panzihua deposit, a state-linked, multi-billion-dollar system responsible for over 40% of global vanadium supply and central to China's critical minerals dominance. The global vanadium and titanium market is worth over $50 billion annually, and Panzihua alone supplies more than 40% of the world's vanadium. Now enters Saga Metals with the radar project, which appears to dwarf the Chinese system in scale. Saga may control the largest known vanadium-titanium intrusive system on the planet. This shifts the conversation from exploration to continental-scale strategic supply security. If ongoing drilling confirms the early data, radar could become a massive North American titanium and vanadium supply source, major U.S. national security priority tied directly to next-generation technologies. Governments are already directing billions of dollars into securing domestic critical mineral supply chains to reduce dependence on foreign sources. The state-linked company behind the Chinese project is valued at over $3 billion, roughly 6,000% larger than Saga's current market cap, showing the scale of what's potentially developing here. North American mineral exploration is making a major comeback, driven by government mandates, strong drill results, and teams like Saga executing year-round. I didn't think the momentum around Saga could accelerate further, but less than 48 hours ago, it did in a big way. If you want to learn more about this critical minerals story, check out the link in the description. Special thanks to Saga Metals for sponsoring today's video.
Because they've effectively both perjured themselves by saying that there's nobody else in the files. Even Melania doesn't believe that. The First Lady knows that Jeffrey Epstein didn't act alone. And here's the great thing, Kristen. Whether I'm in Congress or not, the Epstein Files Transparency Act is a law, and it goes on for years. So if we can't get this Attorney General and this FBI Director to do the right thing, the next ones who take those seats are obligated by law to release the files that these individuals are not releasing now.
Amazing. Amazing. Thomas Massie says he will publicly read the names of Epstein clients before leaving Congress. I think that's amazing. He also went on to talk about the fact that, I mentioned on the last video, right? Like, if you look at the voter breakdown of how Thomas Massie had his seat purchased by the Israelis, they literally just bought boomer votes because, like, everyone under the age of 55, boomer plus votes, I should say, everyone under the age of like 55 voted overwhelmingly for Massie, or maybe it was 45 and under. I don't know. They voted overwhelmingly for Massie, like huge margins of victory. But then, like, the old people, and I love my old people. But my old people be not understanding the AI. They don't understand that when they see a video of it's Thomas Massie's face, edited on to the Butler, Pennsylvania shooter, and they're like, oh my God, Thomas Massie may have been the Butler, Pennsylvania shooter. The guy that tried to take out Trump, it may have been Thomas Massie. They're like, no, it's like they stop. Their whole day comes to a close. They call like all their friends. They're like, did you say this? That I think I saw it was on the TV in the senior citizens home. They think Thomas Massie may be the Butler, Pennsylvania shooter. A new leaked file shows. And then, then they start calling the later in the day, they start calling like their kids and their grandkids. But by that time, they've already voted, and they voted for Thomas Massie's opponent. And these are sick predators, pedophiles that are taking advantage of our beloved elderly people in the United States of America. Okay, they're doing the scam calls on them. They're doing the AI voice hack calls on them. They're taking their pensions. They're taking their disability benefits. These are predators, and they are based in Israel. They're based in India. They are based in Ukraine, and we need to ban them once and for all. And they're also using these same tactics to interfere in our sovereign elections. Take a listen to Thomas Massie explain it.
They used artificial intelligence to create a video, lifelike video, that showed me checking into a hotel room with AOC and Ilhan Omar and holding hands with them. It was actually very effective on the boomers. But here's the thing, Kristen, that's only going to work for a little bit longer. The boomers are going to, leave this country to the Gen X and the Gen Z and the Gen Y and the millennials. And those folks are the ones that I won overwhelmingly. That makes me really hopeful for this country. They don't get fooled by artificial intelligence, and they check the news. They get news sources like from podcasts and other sources. So they won this race by fooling my voters and expanding the base of people who vote to the uninformed voters.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Well, I personally hope that Thomas Massie does, I hope that he does continue his efforts. I hope that it's not just so we gain another podcaster. I hope that he continues his efforts in the halls of Congress, maybe the House, maybe the Senate. He was very successful. He's very successful. And I wish him all the best. Before you leave, I want to say thank you for the support, because after 2 years of being banned, we are finally back home on YouTube. So be sure to subscribe to our channel and also join as a member on our channel using the link at the top of the description. I rely on the generous support of viewers like yourself to get the truth out to as many people as possible. You can also support the show on Locals or Give Sin Go. The mainstream media and the powers that be are never going to stop attacking us for bringing the truth to as many people as we do. Thank you so much for your support.